Let's show you the most dropped players here, and no surprise, a lot of Titans.
Adrian Peterson was dropped in more ways than one.
Yeah, a lot of Titans on this list because of the matchup taking on the New England Patriots. Let's talk about the Titans backfield once again. So D'Onta Foreman, Peter, people giving up on him too soon. You think he's going to be the best running back for Tennessee in the long term, but in the short term, what do you think about Foreman this week against the Patriots, and then factoring in Dontrell Hilliard, who's one of the most added players for this week?
Okay, you have to take style of team into account, and which back fits style of team best in that group. He does. And if they've got away from that a little bit. And so when you try and get back to what you are, you go to the guy that's most like the guy that can fit that role. And he's not Derrick Henry, but he's the more physical back. So that's why I think they go back to him. And I think it starts this week.
So Heath, you based on your rankings, you would use Foreman as a flex in this matchup.
As long as Jeremy McNichols is out, yes, because right now we're not projecting A.J. Brown either, and so I think there's probably going to be 35 or 40 running back touches available in this Titans backfield. And right now we only have Dontrell Hilliard and Foreman to split them up amongst. I'd still prefer Hilliard to Foreman, but they'd both be flex-worthy for me.
A little surprised that people are dropping Jeff Wilson. It could be procedural, but we just don't know if Elijah Mitchell is going to return this week. And so if you're looking at the matchup against Minnesota, I know it might not seem like the best, but they just put Tomlinson, one of their star defensive tackles, on the COVID-19 list, and he may not play. So, Pete, what does that mean for the 49ers rushing offense? And if, in fact, there is no Mitchell, can Wilson get the work again and be successful in the work?
Yeah, I think he can. And they're creative in the way they run, too. And they're also giving the ball to Deebo Samuel as a running back, so it kind of limits the carry sometimes of some of those backs. But, yeah, with no Tomlinson in there, that's a big hit for them, particularly in terms of the run game. Because he's a good pass rusher for a big guy, but he's a really good run player.
Yeah, just something to keep an eye on. So you might not want to give up on Wilson too soon. However, we do hope Mitchell does return. As Kyle Shanahan said, he's day to day.